Ladies and gentlemen of Rockhampton Region, we need to take a stand to secure our future. Selling off of our major assets is a bad move for now and most certainly for our future. The Council at present is focusing on what we have lost, not on what we have and what we can do with what we have. Most importantly, we need to have more income, so we need to have a larger rate base, which can be achieved by incorporating private sector development, which has not been happening lately. Gracemere is the fastest growing suburb in Queensland. Rockhampton can be the same. Council must work with private investors and developers to make this growth move forward and benefit our community and our region, instead of knee-jerk reaction and selling assets which we will never see again. We need management, not fire sales, to develop our region and, more importantly, our future. The selling of Council's vacant land and achieving its best return, where it will return rates in the future instead of no income, as well as selling Council-owned houses and buildings, will be a good place to start getting that revenue moving for our region. Ladies and gentlemen, this Council does not have a mandate to sell our major assets. The Mayor was adamant during the Council election campaign. She would not sell major assets, especially our airport. The following extract is her pre-election pledge during the Mayoral Candidates Forum at the Central Queensland University, and this is what she said.
So, your name and quick question.
My name's Leyland Barnett. I'm running for Division 8. I'm a council candidate for Division 8. I've spoken to a few people in the area and they've raised concerns about the selling of public assets. What I'm concerned about is Fitzroy River and also the airport, and I'd like to know where the mayoral candidates stand on the selling of our assets.
A reasonable level of return on the equity of our investment in that airport over time. I think we should retain it and get a good return from it. It is a great asset. It's a well-managed asset.
And this question was raised when I was Mayor as well. I am fiercely against the sale of the airport. I don't see why there's an assumption that just because Council runs it, it could be run better by somebody else. Let us get that profit. And it's sort of very nice in the budget. Thank you very much. So no asset sales. I am concerned about public-private partnerships though, and what might be up for grabs with those.
Ladies and gentlemen, there's no way that I would ever consider selling off the assets within our council, our region. Look, the water, for a starter, just quickly, the water is very important. We need to know as a council that we have control over the way things are going to be operated out there, and that we know the quality is going to be there that we are dictating we require back for the community. The airport, I just said to you earlier on, the airport is one of our greatest assets. It's the only port we have. We don't have a seaport. It's the only port we have to get people in and out of this area. I talked to you about introducing freight. We bought that in years ago. We tried to get it moving. I was out of council before I got it underway, but I guarantee you I'll be getting that back underway if I get back in there again. The airport is a great asset. We'll be keeping it and we'll be developing it for the future. So you see, ladies and gentlemen, the real mandate is not to sell the major assets. Irrespective of de-amalgamation, this council must focus on our region's strengths and develop them in conjunction with the community and the private enterprise within our community. These combined strengths will take us forward and manage our way out of this financial situation in time. The previous two mayors have spent their way into this situation. Now one of them wants to squander our assets for a quick fix, instead of applying responsible actions and managing their way through it and out of it. The old saying applies here: anyone can borrow money, but it takes a good operator to pay it back within their means. 68% of 624 ratepayers that attended the Mayor's budget meetings out of the entire region's population is not a mandate to sell our major assets, ladies and gentlemen. I strongly urge you, ladies and gentlemen, to take a stand and demand that this council take the intention of selling our major assets to the next council election to obtain the proper people's mandate. Most important, the proper people's mandate. We will be initiating a petition in the coming weeks, and we need to carry this petition forward with the utmost of force.